There we go. Now we should be live. Are we live? It says I'm live. Okay. It's still not coming up on my phone, but apparently we're live. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We must be live. It just doesn't want to come up on my phone, apparently. So I'm guessing we are live. Okay, there we are. Okay. All good, all good. Turns out when you schedule a stream, you have to press go live twice. Ross, good morning. How you doing? Stephen, good morning. Morning, Neil. How's everyone doing? I'll tell you what, I don't know. I'm good. Had a bit of a technical nightmare with the stream, but because I didn't really. Normally, when I stream, you just press go live on OBS and it goes live. But when you schedule a stream, you have to press go live on OBS and then you have to press it on YouTube as well. But I think we've figured that now. Bit knackered, couldn't sleep last night. It was quite hot last night. I don't know. Obviously, you're up in Scotland, so there's like the other side of the world, basically. Not world, but you know what I mean. So, but it was like 30 degrees here yesterday, which is not crazy for September, but it's still pretty hot. Jesus. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the board without the bits sticking out from the corona looks so much better. It's so much more natural. Where do I live? I live in Suffolk, like pretty much right in the middle of East Anglia. I live in the same place as the darts referee and love darts. Like we literally play all our home games in the same venue. I play in the same team as Love Darts, so we're all sort of like a little darts YouTube world, I guess. Ooh. What darts am I chucking? These are the Designer Ultralight 15 grams, the ones that I reviewed, well not reviewed, but like done a video on, God knows how long ago, 3-4 weeks ago maybe even longer than that, and I thought these might actually be really good with my long points, so I just chucked the long points on. Don't know if you can quite see. I sort of chucked the long points on and test them out, and I kind of like them, so then I've just got intermediate super grip stems and pair flights. So, but I'm getting my own set made of 16 grams because I have some Red Dragon dragonflies, which I really like. Like the ring grip's really nice. They're quite similar to Rob Cross darts. I think Rob Cross actually used these before he got a sponsorship deal, and I really like the grip. So I basically just remade the dimensions of the ultralights and just put the grips of the dragonfly on. So that's what I'm getting basically. But they said it would take like possibly 10 weeks, and I ordered them maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. So you're still looking like maybe October, end of October, November. time. So it's going to be a while. I don't know if I want to play any games with 501. Is it hard to be accurate 15 gram? I don't know, because I feel like my technique allows me to use sort of most different types of darts. Me and Mark from Love Darts were talking yesterday about when Ryan Searle's darts come out, I might have to try them out and see like how much difference there is, because obviously they're like 2 times heavier than these. But for me, my throw is really like light. I don't like to push a hard follow through. So if I show you, although my technique has changed slightly since I've started using these darts, if you look, my follow through isn't exactly hard. And I just felt the lighter darts might benefit me a bit, and like I said, I used them for the video, just for a video, and then I thought, let me put my proper setup on these and see how they fly, and they've done alright, so I've just sort of stuck with them. But before, I've used sort of 21, 22 gram. I've not really used anything heavier than that, like ever. But yeah, I used to use 22 grams, then I dropped to 21, and then I was looking at dropping to 18, and I just saw these and thought I'll just get them for a video and see how they go. And if I kind of like them, I'd switch to 18, but they've kind of stuck, so. Oh, jeez. Anything 23 to 26 grams. Yeah, that's sort of the common weights I think people use. It's sort of 23 to 26, I guess. Alright, let's get playing a game 501 just for something to do for the minute. Charlie, how's it going? Nice to see you in the stream, mate. How are you doing? Right, let's get going with this game of 501. If I play better than last week, I'll be happy, because last week I was terrible. I think I lost like 5-1 or 6-1 to the computer on level 5, so. And I've got my raised Oki up this week. It's just a mat with an Oki Velcro to it. But I probably will be getting a fold out one soon, because it's easier to store. Right, game on. That'll go through eventually. It's always a bit delayed. $60. Or did the 45 go through? No, it didn't. 60. There we go. Right. Typical start, so I think 45 and a 60. Another 60. Slowly working our way in. Oh, Jesus. 25. He says as he was working his way in and hits a 25. Oh dear. What What's just happened to me? I was so confident I was going to play well today. Oh, hot in here. Big 3. I don't know why everything's going to the right. $28. This is terrible, this. I'm very sorry if you turned up to watch and expected good darts. 20 dart leg from the computer. Just what you want to see. $100, that's better. I think eventually at some point I probably will play against people, but it's just trying to get the right amount of consistent streams out. $60. I think once people sort of get used to the schedule of having streams every sort of Wednesday at 10:30 and then maybe one evening stream a week as well, I think that's when we'll start playing people. $45. My darts are looping a lot. $60 again. $41. This isn't great. Not the best. I mean, the computer's playing really well as well. $59. I don't know why I switched actually, because I'd have left me 98 and that's not a good finish to leave yourself on. $60. I want to get a high checkout one day on one of these streams, like a 120 plus. I think my highest on stream is a 78, which is okay. Oh. No score. Buster 76. Would you believe it? So, minute 24. Hey, look at that. That is right, isn't it? 32. 56. 76. Third dart. Double finish. That's done it for the stream, that one. Double finish. Definitely meant it. $100. It's Wednesday, so isn't it? I always forget it's Wednesday. I keep thinking I stream on Thursdays, but I don't. It's always Wednesday. Right in the middle of the week. $40. What's everyone doing today then? Any reviews or videos people are making at the minute? 41. I think we'll do this best of 5 again, and then we'll see where we're at, and we'll do some like practice games. Oh, 43. I think playing on stream hasn't helped me at all when I've been playing. 100. It'd be nice to get another treble there to leave you down to finish, but that's okay. Oh, 26. That was terrible. Oh. 25. Not good at all. $52. I'm surprised it's missed that one. $73. I genuinely don't remember ever checking out 73 in my life. What are they on 40? See, this is where my maths goes to shot like terrible in streams. 57. Oh. That's not where I wanted to go. Leaves me 70. Correct? Yes. Didn't matter. My counting is terrible, like half the time. When it's a number I very rarely end up on, like 73, I have no idea what I'm hitting. But like if it's like 81, treble 19, double 12, you should know it. 81 is just one of those numbers where I just seem to land it all the time. $95. I've hit very little amounts of tons again. Tuesday nights, darts is still not happening for me because of COVID. Yeah, it's the same for me. I usually play on Friday nights, and I was looking to start playing other nights as well. And then all of a sudden, COVID kicked in, and it was a nightmare. But yeah, I was playing on Fridays, and like maybe last month when sort of things looked like they were picking up, like the league just couldn't start because 2 people still didn't want to start. And then now you're probably looking at not starting at all for, well, until at least next year. $83. I think our league's decision was to not play next season and just resume the season that was cancelled, which is good because we're undefeated so far. If you fancy going live on Tuesdays, you're up for a game. I could do, to be fair. The only problem is with Tuesdays, I'm sometimes at football training, but that might be changing because I'm at university on a Tuesday, so I won't bother because to get to football, I have to go from university all the way past my town to football and then come back, and it's just not something I want to do. Ugh. There we go. 66. My darts are going everywhere today. But yeah, it'd be nice to get some competitive darts back in somewhere with like actual people rather than playing online. I haven't played an online game for ages. So 40 leaves in 157. Let's keep it straight then. 60. Oh geez, what was that? Something just flew into my eye, I think. Christ. What was I on? 137. 19 leaves me 118. 117. 57. 75. 76. That's right at 19. 20. That weren't. Jesus, I'm shocking. 77. Leaves me with 60. Boom. 2-2 in the best of 5 game. How long do you reckon it takes to get used to a new grip? Sorry, it's awful. Changed it this week. Looks a million times better, but not at all accurate. I don't really know because my grip, when it has changed sort of automatically because I haven't looked to change it. My grip originally was. I'll try and use my left hand. Actually, no, I'll use my right hand. My grip originally, when I had smaller points, was more like in the middle, and my middle finger was sort of resting at the bottom of the barrel. But now my grip's like here, and my finger rests at the end, so it's the same grip, just further down. But I think it depends. It depends how drastically you've changed it. Like mine, I've changed where I grip the dart. I haven't so much changed the grip, so it was easy. But I don't know, changing like especially if you're going from front to back, I think that's a big change. It could take a couple of weeks maybe of like solid, decent practice to get back to roughly the level you're at maybe. But like I say, I've never really changed grip, so I'm not 100% sure. Oh, that was... Oh, see, This is what's wrong with my game, is I drag my darts all the way down here for like no reason at all. Like, I tense up and I've started doing that this week. My middle finger was on top of the point. Push the dart down. Yeah, my middle finger's always been on the bottom of the point. It's just how, or to the side at least. It's just, I don't know, it feels natural, I guess. It's just, I don't know. It's how I've always held a dart. Oh, that could have been a 180, but it's not to be. 66. See, I have spells where I can just constantly hit 20s and 60s all the time, but then I'll have like darts like I had this throw previously where I'll throw a dart like low in the 5, high in the 1, and in the middle of the 20. 21. It was really weird because one night when I turned up to darts and we were just like playing games and stuff, we played like around the world doubles. And I think I'd done it in like 30 darts, so I only missed like 10 darts at a double out of 30, which is crazy for me. $60. The one thing I will say with these flights is they give me some really weird deflections. But yeah, I'd like to get like, it's not something I'd actively pursue. Like, I'd like to play at a bit of a high level of darts, but I don't want to like Wayne Mardle charges like 200 quid a session or something for like a practice analysis session, coaching session. I would not pay that much for him to tell me bits that I could probably figure out myself if I had the like time and the effort to actually really look into my throw. Because my issue is just consistency. That's the only thing that lets me down is my consistency. Obviously, consistency is probably the biggest part of darts, but like some days I can throw like a mid 60s to high 60s average, and then some days I'll throw like a low 50s, but roughly I am sort of like a high 50s average. $123. I think that's the first score over a ton we've had. $100. Oh my god. I was trying to aim high so I didn't hit the treble 20 because I really didn't want to mess up those 2 ton pluses, and I really messed it up by missing the board twice. Oh, shocking. $35. Oh, I thought I was in. Oh, he's really messed it up. It's all gone wrong. My finishing recently has been terrible as well. If anyone watched the stream last week, my finishing really let me down. Oh, piss off. Double 10. No, okay. Oh, I've done it again. What is wrong with me? Thank God that leg's over. See, it's so difficult because like a month ago or two I was playing so well, and then since I've started streaming and making more videos and being a bit more active, I've played worse. It all finished on that stream where I hit a 73 or 72 average. Since then I've been terrible. $60. The one thing I am happy with today is my darts are going higher than the treble 20 yesterday. They're all dropping low. I was all tensed up, but I don't know why. $85. Need to work on that follow through more. $100. $40 leaves me 273. 173, sorry, 43. Come on, big fish time, it's coming. It's really not if I don't think I've ever hit a 170. Not hitting one like that. 42. $40. I need to get consistent again with my technique. It's been terrible. 78, 72. Oh. 48, 64. Terrible, 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 terrible. $81. My finishing and my lack of being able to hit 60s consistently is what lets me down. $100. See, that felt smooth. It felt so nice. I won't be able to recreate it again. Oh, see, I snatched the last one. Tiny 785 is so much better. $40. $45. Should we go for 3 balls just because I'm on stream? Oh dear, 18. Probably shouldn't have done that, but oh well. Trying to get those stream clips is what we're trying to do. Lovely ton to leave the... Oh, I didn't hit 10, did I? I hit ton. $100 leaves me 32. Oh, first dart. There we go. 22 dart leg. See, why can't I do that sort of thing every time? I hit 32. Stupid computer. There we go. First dart. 22 dart leg. See, if I could do that more consistently rather than just doing it once every 3 or 4 legs, I'd be a half decent player. 60. $55. Those 6 darts are all pretty similar, well grouped. $43. Ugh. So hot. $97. Jesus. Did it just do that? You're having a laugh. Tell me you guys just saw that, right? Level 5 NO1 just checked out a 164. That is ridiculous. To win the game as well. Yeah, best of 5. Well, first to 5 I said, to win the game. The level 5 NO1 just run a 15 dart with a 164 finish. To win. Oh, that's ridiculous. I was literally about to say this NO1 is like hitting so many trebles, like big scores and stuff. I didn't even realise it was on 164, and it goes treble 20, treble 18, double 25, which is what NO1 says. That's ridiculous. I thought it hit 25. I saw 25. I was like, oh, gee, that was close. And then it said game shot. Oh, right, we'll see what my average was. Oh. Probably not very good. 53, one of the worst averages I've had in the last God knows how long. Right, so what we're going to do is play. We'll play 21, but we'll adjust it because I'm not very good. So we'll go 80 is 1. 80 is 1 point, ton is 2 points, 140 is 3 points, 180 is 5. And I've got to get to 21. So you guys in the chat are going to have to keep score for me. Not a bolt that, I should have hit a treble there at least. I'll tell you what, 60s will be worth 1, 80s are worth 2, tons are worth 3, 140 is 4, 180 is 5. You got 1 for everything then. Oh. There we go, 80, that's 2 points. Three points, that's up to 5. Look at that. What a start. Ah. 0 points. Still on 5. Zero points again. See, this is where I lose games, where I just keep hitting 41s and 45s. How long have we been live for? 40 minutes. Like I say, I normally stream for about an hour, hour and a half. There's another 3 points, we're up to 8. Normally you would play this against someone, but no points. Still on 8. Jimbo, hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Oh, I bottled it again, is what I mean. I just can't hit 60. I always bottle the last dart. If anyone has any practice games I can play by myself that I could do on stream, let me know. There's a 2-pointer, so that's 10 overall. Oh, terrible. Oh, why? Nothing. $100, 3 points, 13. Another 3 points, 16. See, normally this game is based on you're not meant to hit anything outside, but because I'm bad, I'm going to allow it. 3 points again. It's 19. 2 more to go. I was going to do a stream, it'd be like streaming until I hit a 180. But the problem is with that is like I could be streaming for 5 minutes or I could be streaming for 5 hours. Do you imagine like streaming until I hit a 180 and I just hit a 180 first front and then just end it after 2 minutes? Be the most pointless stream ever. There we go, game over. 22 in the end. Tell you what, we'll play some 1-2-1 against the computer. We'll do 1-2-1 in 6 darts. We'll see who wins. What's that? 27. Not a great start. Stay there then. 37. Not the best of starts. Right, no one won that one. One 0 down, I'm ready. Oh, terrible. Oh, why? That's what I mean, my finishing at the end of games is terrible. So I need to play this more often. .22, that isn't very good because I now need to use my 3 darts to get the finish. Like I say, if anyone's got any practice games I can do, let me know, questions or anything. Oh, I tried tops. Oh, 5-5. So that's 39. I say, how long have I been live for? Yeah, I'll be streaming for like another 15 minutes, so any questions or anything, let me know. .22 again, why? Oh, it's done it. .57. Oh, I wasn't in front first that round. Oh, not good enough again. What's your opinion on MVG form? It's a tough one because you think of someone of his level. Oh, sorry about that. A bit tired by the looks of things. Someone of his level maybe shouldn't be fluctuating so much when using different darts. But is it the different darts or is it a mentality thing? I don't know. It's tough to call. Because there are some games where he averages like high 80s, which is like unheard of for Michael Van Gerwen. So it's tough to say. I don't know what I'm doing here. Let me go back. Yeah, it's really tough to say because I think it is more than just him changing darts, although that probably will have a part in it. Oh, I've done it again. I think Winmore tried too much in making darts that were marketable rather than making darts that were good for him. So it's tough to call, like I say. I think it is a mixture of changing darts and his mentality. Like I say, the level he's playing at with different darts and probably with issues mentally, not like mental health issues or anything, but just like I don't know, maybe the darts are getting on his mind or something like that. But to play how well he has played in some events with different darts has been incredible. I say the UK Open, he was using different darts and he won that. So he can't be terrible. Is that 67? Peter Wright is using the World Championship darts that he won the World Championships with yesterday. Yeah, because wasn't he went back to using his Rainbow Mambas, but then yesterday he was using his World Championship darts, and I thought originally the World Championship darts he was going to stick with, because he did stick with them for a long time, and then he changed again. So I know, but the change did come when he had glasses and had like, I don't know if he's had his laser eye surgery yet or not, or if he's just playing without good vision. I'm not sure. But Peter Wright's one of those who can change darts and still play exactly the same. I think his form is, again, just a mental thing. I think sometimes he wants to change darts because he thinks it will make him better, but he'll play well because he thinks that his darts are making him play better. And then when he drops off, he'll change again, and he'll be like, oh, these darts work. And then after a month, he'll change again, and he'll change again. I just find it funny how if you look in like the Red Dragon catalogue, like each player maybe has like 3 sets of darts in there at most, and Peter Wright has like a whole page dedicated to all of his darts. Oh no. I should throw that in the game. Oh, I wasn't even. I was on 78. I'll do it again. Start again. There we go. But yeah, it's always interesting when players switch darts, because some players can use the same darts for years and years and years. But then, like if you're with a brand like Target, they probably make you change darts, or at least release new darts, because obviously they've got to make money. You're not going to just make money by having the same darts out there all the time. It's like you look at Phil Taylor, he's had so many different sets of darts and he used them all, but he was still very good with all of them. Then you get someone like Peter Wright, who can't stay consistent with his darts. I think this year has been his most consistent year. Whether that's because he's gained confidence from winning the World Championship or not, I don't know, but he's played very well pretty much in every event he's been in. So I'm starting to get hungry. I say I have changed darts. From personal experience, I've changed darts since I started playing in January about 4 times. The most drastic change being obviously going to 15 grams. But I've used my first set I got. Well, geez. When I first come back playing, I got some designer exterminators, and they were literally just like a tungsten dart with like 3 rings on them, which was terrible. But they were like the cheapest darts out there because I didn't know how often I was going to play. And then I bought the Red Dragon Dragonflies, which I showed you earlier. I know, Charlie, you've got some of these in 24 grams, I think it was. These are 22. So these are a really good dart. I really like these. It's just a shame they don't do them in a lower weight. Then I switched to Red Dragon Rebels because they're a little bit grippier. These don't have any points on. You probably can't see them. Oh no, maybe you can. They're a bit out of focus, but I switched to them. They're a bit grippier, but the problem is the grip's too sharp, and it felt like it was like cutting away at my skin on my fingers. And then I switched to some Bulls Virus darts, which are 80% tungsten, and they're a bit thicker, which really suited me. And I switched to the Chizzies, which I thought were going to be grippier than what they were, but then they weren't. And then that's when I got these for a video. But I'm never a fan of player darts. I don't really, as much as obviously they suit a certain player, and if you copy a player's grip and stuff, I don't think that's the way forwards. I think if you're spending that much on a dart, you've got to be a fan of the player. Chizzy's darts were different because I thought the grip was going to be perfect for me, but they weren't. But my favourite darts that I've used since I got back into darts in January have probably been the Dragonflies. The issue is they're just too heavy. Well, not too heavy, but like I've switched to 15 grams now. 20 grams for the Dragonfly 3 is 48mm, which is a bit short. Same with 22 grams. Yeah, so mine are 22 grams. I prefer slightly thicker darts. I think sort of like the average 20 something gram dart is about 6.35 wide, but I prefer closer to a 6.8 or 6.6, sorry, which is only slightly thicker, but you do notice the difference. Right, I'm gonna switch these Dragonflies with the pairs because I don't think I've used these with the pairs yet, and see how they go. Obviously, they're a lot heavier. Do you find you have to throw harder with 15 to 17 gram dart? I know it's tough because since I've changed to a 15 to 17 gram dart, I feel like a bit more of a snatch in my throw, which might be me subconsciously trying to throw harder. But I switched to that dart because I felt like my follow through wasn't hard enough. But we'll see we'll switch back to these real quick and see what they do, because I think I will stick with the other darts, but we'll see what these are like. Feels like I'm trying to lift up a paperweight. 81. But like I say, I feel pretty confident with pretty much any dart that I pick up, as long as they're sort of 23 grams or less. Anything heavier, I think I'd probably struggle. See, obviously I've not used these with the pairs yet. I've only used these with standards. But again, the switch to the pair flights came with changing to 15 gram darts. Yeah, I really don't like these. They move about all over the place. But yeah, I don't think I have to throw harder when I'm using a 15 gram dart, but I think naturally you probably will ever so slightly. But I definitely like, if you're someone who has a lighter throw, I would definitely recommend trying some lighter darts. Because I don't know, I had a lot of issues with my dart dropping low, and now obviously that's probably a technique thing, but I also felt like I just couldn't get the momentum to get the dart up. My dart was sort of sitting here and blocking it off every time, and I'm not someone who likes to switch too much. So I feel like I'm more consistent with these darts, which is nice. Like, when I switched to these, my average pushed up slightly, but now it's sort of dropping down again. But I think that's just form rather than the darts. Like I say, average isn't everything. Like, you can still play well and have a bad average. Also, my neighbour probably prefers these darts because the other darts are a lot louder on the board. And this dartboard is on my neighbour's wall. Like, my neighbour is behind this board. But it's the only place I can put my board. And he doesn't mind. See, I say I don't like switching too much, but I'm pretty sure every time I've switched today, I've actually hit the treble 19. The main thing I'd like to find out is if I can use these 15 gram darts in an actual game. I don't think I've used them in an actual game yet. Like, not even an online one. Oh, come on. Also, I think the main issue with me is like I wake up day to day and have a different technique. Like, it's always similar, but it's never the same. Oh. 100. And then if I try and think about it too much and get it right, that's when everything goes wrong. Ooh, right. We have been streaming for nearly an hour now. So we'll have these few final throws, and then we'll probably call it a day. What should we say, 2 ton pluses in a row and then we'll finish? So I could be here for ages because I'm terrible today. I have played awful. I bottled it. We'll say 2 ton pluses or a ton 80. What dart is that? And then stems. So these are the designer ultralight. What we'll do is we'll quickly get them out of the big darts drawer I have. Oh, so it's them. They're just designer ultralights, like 17 quid darts, 15 grams. And then the stems are Harrow Super Grip Intermediate, or Harrow Super Grip Fusion Intermediate, and then obviously the flights are Harrow's Retina stems, flights. But I've always sort of used intermediate stem, but I think they just work for me. It's either intermediate or short. I used to use short when I was a bit younger. Oh dear, that's me aiming for the triple 20, by the way. Oh wow. I don't think I'm going to use this darts shirt when I'm playing a stream again, because when you're playing darts consistently for an hour, you sweat like anything. 40. Oh, 60. These 2 tons in a row will come. Or 1080. $260 in a row. That's not what we want though. Do you find shorter darts are better than longer darts? I don't really take much different. I don't notice too much. Because I grip the front of the dart, so the length of the dart doesn't matter too much for me. I mean, it does obviously weigh the back down a bit more. But I don't really notice it. These are 41, I think, millimeters long, and the darts I used to use were like 48. I mean, it's 7 millimeters, it's not massive. But right, there's 1 ton. Yeah, I don't really notice too much. I think it sort of depends where you grip the dart. If you grip in the middle, you probably won't notice too much. If you grip at the front, it's probably where you're going to notice more, but for me it doesn't make too much difference. But like I say, the length comes with the type of weight you want. Some brands will shorten the dart and keep the same thickness for a heavier dart. And some places will keep the same length and make the width different. Oh, we were going for 2 tons in a row and he's only hit a 60. We could be here for ages, by the way. Two tons in a row is probably a bit of a high expectation for me. There's a ton. Oh, shocking. How long have I been playing darts? So, I've been playing on and off pretty much my whole life, which is hard to believe because I'm terrible. So my uncle used to play. My uncle used to live with us for probably about 6 months. I don't know why. It was probably when I was like 4 or 5, and he put a dartboard up in my bedroom, and he used to practice in there. And then one day he took me to like the club that he played, which doesn't exist anymore. But I sort of threw darts there. That's the first memory of me playing darts. And then I don't know, I've sort of just always had a dartboard in my room. I've never really taken it seriously. I used to pick up darts and throw them. And I don't know, yeah, I didn't even like. There's no ton. I sort of I don't know, I didn't really realise sort of for my age how good I was. Like, I wasn't incredibly good, but I got to sort of like 15 and we were at school one day, and I had a friend called Mike who I'd been to school with previously at middle school, and then we got to high school, and my friend Ben, who I still play with in a team, was sort of there, and I got told by Mike that he likes darts, and they ran this like little dart league between themselves, and I joined, and I sort of like beat a lot of the people apart from maybe 2 the first time I played. And then the year after, we started a team. And then I sort of played in that team for maybe 2 or 3 years. Then I stopped for a bit, and then I come back at the start of this year to play properly. And like from January onwards this year, I've probably been more into darts than I've pretty much ever been. So I played on and off sort of my whole life. Always had a dartboard up in my room. Never really like. Oh, there used to be a pub that was next door to my house. I sort of used to go in there and play sometimes when I was younger. And then sort of when I was 15, 16 is when I sort of joined a team and started playing properly. And then again at the start of this year, I sort of rejoined the team and played properly since then. So it's a bit of a long story. But Shay, welcome. Good morning, good morning. Long Island, New York. What's the time? Pretty, not early morning, but before I'd wake up in the UK, it must be like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Tinkering with some darts last night. It was going well with Going Price a couple of weeks ago. I had a couple of throws with the Wolfies. Decided to stick with Dragonfly 3s. Yeah, Dragonfly, I don't think you can really go wrong with Dragonfly 3s. I've never used Wolfies or Going Price's darts. Maybe something to try out in the future. But yeah, my dart story is very long, but not very long, but pointless. Because, like I say, I'm just one of those kids that has always had a dartboard in their room. Their family always played darts, but I never got into it properly. And then yeah, so 6:39. Yeah, makes sense. I should probably get New York time right because my sort of like in American sports, my teams are from New York or New Jersey, so I should probably get the times a bit more right, but I just don't. So I am a basketball fan and a little bit of a hockey fan. I don't keep up with it too much, but if someone says, "Do you like ice hockey?" I like playing NHL games. I like watching ice hockey when I can, but it's very rarely that I do. You're at work. At work at 6:39. Jeez. There's 2 tons in a row. It isn't going to come, is it? It looks like someone joins and it says practice session. It's just me throwing a treble 20. Who do you support in football? Is this football where you use your feet, or football as in American football? I mean, I could answer both. I don't really follow American football, but if I had to have a team, it'd probably be the New York Giants because I support New York and New Jersey teams. Do I like the new light? I actually really like the new light. As you can see on stream, it's just more clean. You don't have these things sticking out. And where my surround is, the light used to cut off like here, and my surround on this side would be above it, and it'd be really off-putting. But yeah, American football, if I had to support a team, it'd be New York Giants, because I support pretty much all my American sports teams are in New York or New Jersey. And then actual football where you use your feet, I support Ipswich, because that's close to where I live. So obviously Ipswich aren't doing too well at the minute. When I was younger, they were in the Premier League for 2 years. I'm guessing Shay was a New York Giants fan. From that, the yes. New light looks great. Yeah, on screen, it doesn't actually look much different to the Corona, but it is actually quite yellow. Not like off-putting yellow, it doesn't look ugly, but if you compare it to the Corona light, which is like bright white, almost blue, it's very, very, yeah. Can't get that light in the States yet. Yeah, this light only come out in the well, I say it only come out in the UK. BVD Darts in the UK from Northern Ireland has been selling this for about 3 months, I think he said, which I did know when he first got it, but I didn't want to like order through him just because you had to like message you on Facebook and stuff, and I just couldn't be bothered with all the hassle. So I waited until it came out in the UK. Giants, Yankees, Knicks, and Islanders. See, I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan because originally I was a New Jersey Nets fan, and then they moved again. How much does the 180 light cost? The 180 light is £60 on Darts Corner. I think that's the cheapest place I saw it. Obviously with like a £7 delivery. So yeah, you're looking at like £67, which is pretty much sort of similar to what you pay for a Corona light. So it's just up to sort of personal preference, really. It does move a lot if you move it at the top. You can kind of see that, but that's just the way it is. Like if you don't touch it, it's fine. Giants, Yankees, Knicks. Oh, I read that bit. Do you watch Matt Edgar on YouTube? Not as much as I watch other darts YouTubers. I think some of his videos are a bit like just chuck them out there, which is fair enough because at the end of the day, he's a professional darts player. Like, he can give content that other people can't. Like he can tell you stories from like the PDC tour and things like that. But I think some of his videos are just a bit like just chuck them out there and they'll get views. Like that's the only thing I'll say with Matt Edgar's videos. Like it's not a bad thing. Like a lot of my videos, although it doesn't really look like it, a lot of people say I probably spend loads of time on my videos. I'd probably say at most I maybe spend 3 hours on a video for like 5 minute video. But yeah, I do watch him on and off, but only the videos that I really want to watch that look intriguing. Like if he does like the top 5 players he hasn't beaten yet, I won't bother watching it because it's not something I really care too much about. One thing I will say with this light as well is it does get quite warm. Probably not much warmer than what a Corona light would do, but probably because it's a bit thicker, it does get quite hot. But on the board it feels fine. Oh, snatched it again. The video he posted yesterday is about what you call the ball. Yeah, I saw the title for that. And I was just like, it's not much of a video. Like, people are going to call it different things. Some Americans call it a double ball. Like, right, the reasoning I have for not calling it a double ball, right? So your eye, oh, move the camera a bit there. Cool. So it's like the old joke, you know, when like someone says, "Oh, I've got something in my eye," and they say, "Oh, it's your eyeball." Well, it's not, because your eyeball makes up your eye. Like your eye is in multiple things, and it's the same as the bullseye. The bullseye is technically the whole thing, right? But this isn't a double bullseye because that's saying it's like its own entity. So outer bull, inner bull, bullseye. Now, obviously, people just call this bit the bullseye, but it is technically the inner bull. So that's what I say: outer bull, inner bull. But people say bullseye when they're trying to go for a finish because it just makes more sense. Like if you say you've got to hit a bullseye, you're not just going to hit a 25. Most Americans call it a double ball. I don't. Yeah, I know some Americans sort of like don't call it a double ball because they just don't. I think a double ball sort of comes from probably mostly a soft tip thing because obviously in soft tip a lot of the time the whole bullseye is worth 50, and then when it's not, obviously it's 25 and then double 25 is 50. But for me, it's an outer ball and an inner ball. But if you say bullseye, you're referring to the centre. That's what I'd say. It's from playing cricket. Oh, there you go, yeah, cricket. like, I get why they call it double bull, because you finish on a double. But I don't know. I don't call it a double bull. Sometimes it's annoying, so I call it a bullseye. Yeah, I'd always say, like, if I say I'm going for a 170 finish, it's treble 20, treble 20, bull or bullseye. You're not going to say bullseye and people will think it's the 25. If you say bullseye 9 times out of 10, everyone will think the centre. Been playing since the early 70s. Oh my days, that slipped out my hand. Trying to hold the dart at the back. But yeah, it's like I say, it might just be a regional thing. It's how people get brought up into darts. If I was brought up into darts, and on the PDC and BDO commentaries they call it a double ball, I'd call it a double ball as well. But we don't. So right, I'll tell you what we'll finish up with. We'll finish up with around the world doubles, or around the board doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, and then we'll finish with a ton plus, and then that's when we'll end it. So I could be here for ages because I can't hit a double to save my life. This is where doubles really let me down, especially when I'm not focusing properly, when I'm like streaming and stuff. There we go. Ooh. My least favourite double on the board, double 3. Especially considering I'm quite tall as well. There we go. Ooh. They're all in the right area, they just don't want to go in. There we go. Oh, good visit. Oh, terrible. You're probably wondering why I'm using 2 black flights and a red flight. It's meant to be a concentration thing, so I let myself reset. So I reordered the darts. I haven't been doing it today, but it's something I am trying to get used to. Oh, a good visit. So I'll come back and I'll like look at my darts and I'll rearrange them and stuff. Lovely. Do you find you throw better with pairs? I changed about a month ago to pairs and it's made me throw better. I wouldn't say I throw much better. I think the change to pair flights for me was necessary with the lighter darts. Because obviously lighter darts are going to be affected more by drag, and if you've got bigger flights, it's going to drag the darts more. And that's probably why I had a bit of an issue with flights dropping short. So the switch to pairs was kind of necessary almost. That's also why when I use pairs with these darts, they don't sit like backwards as much as some people's do. Like I said, I never really considered I've used pairs in the past, like maybe for like 6 or 9 darts, but I've never really like properly tested them. Oh, I've been on double 13 for ages, man. My back is killing me as well. Playing darts for an hour and a bit straight is not good for your back. There we go. Oh, I feel like I need to like stretch. Come on. Wrong double. There we go. Oh, we nearly got the triple. Would you ever use an oversized pair? You know what, I was thinking about this earlier. I had like a interview with Steve Beaton that like popped up on my screen on my YouTube. And I was like, I know he uses oversized pairs. I really thought about it and I was like, I don't know how they really work. I mean, it's something I could test out, I guess. I would make a video for it. I don't get what oversized pairs really do for the flight of the dart, necessarily. Ah, my favourite double as well. I thought I was going to hit that first time. Not that you think it's my favourite double. Come on. This round of double just showing how bad I am at darts. There we go. Tops is a really big issue for me sometimes when I throw low. There we go. Oh, come on. Can't even hit the 25. I'm only really like good at hitting 25. Right, that's around the world doubles done. Just hit a ton plus and that'll be us done. Can't be having that. Oh, quickly adjust that. Oh, again. How hard is it? Is it a ton? How does it keep it straight in the 60? Again, same thing again. You're playing a lot of round the board on the doubles. I don't often play it. In fact, I haven't played it for a couple of months. It's not something I really do too much. Because the problem is with round the board doubles is you get stuck on doubles that you don't go for often. And then you hit, like, you could hit a double straight away first start and then that's it. So for me, it's not a very good practice routine. It's a good warm-up game, but again, it takes a lot of time. Like, if you're not very good like me, it could take you like 10 minutes to do it, and that's like probably too long to spend on it. Oh, so close. Main finishing games I sort of play is like 1-2-1, but then I will also do like just random number generator, 2 dart finishes. So it sort of depends what I'm thinking. Need to take a sharpener to my darts, I think. Oh, come on, I can't even hit one treble. Everything's starting to drop low again like it was last night, so I'm getting tired. This is just... oh, Lordy, why am I so bad? There we go. Boom, I hit a 100 finally, so I can have my stream. Right. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you everyone who stuck about. Thank you everyone who commented, asked questions, had a chat. It's been nice to see you all. If you don't follow me on Twitter, up there in the top right, somewhere over there, above the board. Here, follow me at @MatadorDarts. It's usually in the descriptions as well. I'll hopefully have a new video for you tomorrow, so make sure you're ready for that. And yeah, thanks for watching. Play around the board, pick one double, so it's double 16. Start on the single. If I hit next 2 darts going around double 16. Oh yeah, that's a good idea actually. I might have to try that for the next stream. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. As I said, I will see you next time. See you later, Charlie. See you later, everyone. Shabe, Jimbo, Ricardo, everyone who's been here. Thank you for commenting and being involved. I will see